The tranquil planet of Zarthon was known for its serene landscapes and advanced, peace-loving inhabitants, the Zarthonians. Their society thrived on harmony and meditation, making their home a beacon of calm in the vast universe. But this peaceful existence was about to be disrupted in the most unexpected way. On a typical day, with the twin suns casting a golden glow over the crystalline cities, an unfamiliar object pierced the sky. The Zarthonians, curious yet cautious, gathered to witness the arrival of the human exploration ship, the Odyssey. As the ship landed, the door slowly opened, and Captain Laura Evans emerged, flanked by her diverse crew. They were on a mission to establish contact and share knowledge. The Zarthonians, led by their council member Varric, approached with a mix of intrigue and apprehension. "Welcome to Zarthon," Varric said, his voice calm but filled with curiosity. "What brings you to our planet?" Captain Evans smiled, her excitement barely contained. "We're explorers from Earth, seeking to learn and connect with other civilizations. We come in peace and hope to share our experiences." The Zarthonians, though intrigued, were soon bewildered by the humans' behavior. The crew's enthusiasm, constant chatter, and evident love for adventure were in stark contrast to the Zarthonian way of life. The humans' seemingly irrational need for risk-taking and thrill-seeking baffled their hosts. One evening, around a shared meal, Captain Evans and Varric engaged in a deep conversation. "Why do humans seek danger and excitement so fervently?" Varric asked, genuinely puzzled. Evans laughed softly. "It's in our nature, I suppose. We thrive on challenges and the unknown. It drives our progress and fuels our curiosity." Their conversation set the tone for the days to come, where cultural exchanges revealed more about each other's worlds. The humans introduced the Zarthonians to the concept of extreme sports, loud music, and spicy food, while the Zarthonians shared their meditative practices and advanced technologies. Despite the differences, a bond began to form between the two species, especially between Captain Evans and Varric. They spent hours discussing their worlds, finding common ground amid their vast differences. However, not all interactions were smooth. Misunderstandings and cultural clashes led to moments of tension, testing the budding trust between the humans and Zarthonians. As the days passed, the Zarthonians' initial bewilderment slowly turned into admiration for the humans' resilience and adaptability. They began to see that what seemed like insanity was a form of strength, a trait that had allowed humans to survive and thrive in a chaotic universe. Just as the relationship between the two species began to solidify, an unexpected event threatened to shatter their fragile bond. But that is a story for another chapter. The initial days of human presence on Zarthon were a whirlwind of activity and cultural exchange. Captain Laura Evans and her crew had begun to understand the Zarthonians' way of life, even if it often seemed perplexing. The humans' adventurous spirit and the Zarthonians' calm demeanor created an unusual yet intriguing blend of interactions. Captain Evans and Varric, the Zarthonian council member, developed a growing friendship. Their conversations often lasted late into the night, each learning from the other. "Your people's love for peace is inspiring," Evans remarked one evening as they looked out over the crystalline city. "But isn't it limiting to never seek out adventure?" Varric pondered this. "Our peace gives us stability, but perhaps we have become too content. Your people's drive to explore is something we lack." Despite the growing bond, not all was smooth. The humans' love for extreme activities was a source of constant amazement and sometimes concern for the Zarthonians. The crew set up a makeshift zip line between two of the towering crystalline structures, much to the alarm of their hosts. "Why do you risk your lives for fun?" asked Zari, a young Zarthonian who had taken a particular interest in the humans. "It's not just about fun," explained Lieutenant Davis, a crew member. "It's about feeling alive, pushing our limits, and seeing what we're capable of." This gap in understanding led to a significant misunderstanding one day. During a routine exploration mission, a group of humans ventured into a sacred Zarthonian meditation ground, not realizing its significance. The Zarthonians, feeling their sanctuary was violated, reacted with unexpected hostility. "You have disrespected our most sacred place!" one of the elders shouted, his usual calm shattered. Captain Evans quickly called her crew back and met with the Zarthonian council. "We had no intention of disrespect," she apologized. "We didn't know." Varric, torn between his growing friendship with Evans and his people's anger, spoke up. "Captain, our traditions are vital to us, but I believe this was an honest mistake. We must find a way to move forward." The misunderstanding created a rift, testing the trust that had been building. The humans and Zarthonians worked to repair the damage. Evans suggested joint activities to learn about each other's customs better, and Varric supported this initiative. A series of cultural exchange events were planned, where humans introduced Zarthonians to their sports, and Zarthonians shared their meditative practices. Slowly, the tension began to ease. During one such event, Varric tried his hand at rock climbing under Lieutenant Davis's guidance. "This is exhilarating," Varric exclaimed, his usual composure replaced by a rare smile. "And now you understand why we do it," Davis replied, grinning. The crisis had inadvertently strengthened their bond. Both sides realized that while their ways were different, there was much to learn from each other. The humans admired the Zarthonians' tranquility, while the Zarthonians began to appreciate the humans' zest for life and adventure. However, just as the two groups were beginning to find common ground, a new and more significant challenge loomed on the horizon, threatening to test their newly formed alliance to its limits. The bond between humans and Zarthonians was growing stronger with each passing day. Joint activities and shared experiences had built a bridge between the two cultures. Captain Laura Evans and Varric had become symbols of this newfound friendship, showing that despite their differences, collaboration was possible. Then disaster struck. One calm afternoon, the ground beneath the main Zarthonian city began to tremble. The peaceful routine of Zarthon was shattered by a sudden and violent eruption from a long-dormant volcano. Lava began to pour down the mountainside, heading straight for the city. Panic spread quickly among the Zarthonians, who had never faced such a catastrophic event in their history. "Evacuate! Everyone to the safety zones!" Varric shouted, trying to maintain order amidst the chaos. But the Zarthonians, paralyzed by fear and inexperience with such disasters, struggled to respond effectively. Captain Evans, witnessing the unfolding catastrophe, sprang into action. "We need to organize an evacuation," she told her crew. "This is what we're trained for." The humans moved with practiced efficiency. They set up emergency shelters, organized transportation, and began guiding the panicked Zarthonians to safety. Evans coordinated efforts with Varric, who, despite his own fears, worked tirelessly to help his people. Lieutenant Davis and a team of humans ventured dangerously close to the lava flow to set up barriers and redirect the flow away from the city. "We've got this," he assured the worried Zarthonians. "We're used to dealing with emergencies." As the lava drew nearer, the human crew's daring actions became the lifeline Zarthonians desperately needed. Using their advanced technology and quick thinking, they managed to buy enough time for a complete evacuation. The Zarthonians, who had once viewed the humans' risk-taking as insanity, now saw it as unparalleled bravery and resourcefulness. During the height of the crisis, Varric found himself at a breaking point, overwhelmed by the scale of the disaster. "I don't know if we can save everyone," he admitted to Evans, his usually calm demeanor cracked by fear. "We will," Evans said firmly. "We've faced worse. Together, we can handle this." With renewed determination, Varric led his people with the same courage he saw in the humans. The combined efforts of both species eventually brought the situation under control. By the time the lava flow was diverted and the immediate danger had passed, the once chaotic evacuation had turned into a coordinated operation of survival and hope. In the aftermath, the city was damaged but not destroyed, and most importantly, lives were saved. The Zarthonians looked at their human allies with newfound respect and gratitude. The humans' seemingly reckless bravery had not only averted a disaster, but had also shown the Zarthonians the strength in adaptability and courage. As the survivors gathered to assess the damage and plan the rebuilding, Varric addressed both his people and the human crew. "Today, we faced a disaster unlike any in our history, and we survived thanks to the bravery and skills of our new friends. We have learned that what we once saw as insanity is, in truth, a profound strength. We owe you our gratitude." Captain Evans nodded, acknowledging the praise but also emphasizing their shared future. This crisis showed us that together we can overcome anything. We've learned from each other, and that makes us stronger. As plans for rebuilding began, the bond between humans and Zarthonians was stronger than ever. The humans' adventurous spirit and the Zarthonians' peaceful wisdom blended into a powerful force, ready to face any future challenges together. But the journey was not yet over. New adventures and lessons awaited as both species continued to learn from each other, forging an alliance that promised a brighter future for both. In the days following the volcanic eruption, the Zarthonian city lay in partial ruins, but there was an air of determination and unity that hadn't existed before. The humans and Zarthonians worked side by side, clearing debris and rebuilding what had been lost. The crisis had forged an unbreakable bond between the two species, each recognizing the strengths and values of the other. Captain Laura Evans and Varric led the efforts, combining their knowledge and resources. The Zarthonians' advanced technology was used to repair and enhance the city's infrastructure, while the humans' resilience and problem-solving skills ensured the rebuilding process was swift and efficient. "We've learned a lot from each other," Varric said one evening as he and Evans reviewed the day's progress. "Your people's ability to adapt and face danger head-on is remarkable." "And your people's wisdom and harmony have shown us a different kind of strength," Evans replied. "Together, we're better." As they rebuilt, the humans introduced new concepts to the Zarthonians, like emergency response training and infrastructure that could withstand natural disasters. The Zarthonians, in turn, shared their sustainable technologies and methods of living in harmony with nature. This exchange of knowledge led to innovations that neither species could have achieved alone. One notable project was the creation of a new central plaza, symbolizing their unity. It featured a blend of human and Zarthonian architecture, incorporating elements from both cultures. A statue in the center depicted a human and a Zarthonian standing side by side, facing the future together. The collaboration extended beyond just rebuilding the city. Cultural exchanges became more frequent, with humans participating in Zarthonian meditation sessions and Zarthonians joining in human celebrations. These interactions deepened their understanding and respect for one another. During a joint council meeting, a young Zarthonian named Zari, who had become close friends with Lieutenant Davis, stood up to speak. "This experience has shown us that our differences make us stronger. By embracing what makes us unique, we can achieve great things together." Her words resonated with everyone present. The council decided to formalize their alliance, creating a partnership that would allow for ongoing collaboration in various fields, from science and technology to arts and culture. The newfound understanding between the two species also led to joint exploration missions. Humans and Zarthonians together ventured into the uncharted regions of their planet and beyond, driven by a shared curiosity and the desire to discover new worlds and knowledge. Captain Evans and Varric often reflected on how much they had learned from each other. "We started as strangers, unsure and cautious," Evans mused. "But now we're allies, friends, and partners in this vast universe." Varric nodded. "Our journey together has just begun. There is so much more to explore and learn, and we will face whatever comes our way, united." Their alliance became a beacon of hope and inspiration for other civilizations. Stories of their cooperation spread across the galaxy, demonstrating that even the most different of species could find common ground and work together for a better future. The city of Zarthon, once peaceful and isolated, was now a thriving hub of activity and innovation, a testament to the power of unity and understanding. As humans and Zarthonians stood together, they knew that their combined strengths had created something truly extraordinary, and so their adventure continued, with endless possibilities on the horizon and the promise that together they could achieve anything.